All right, Nick, thank you. Well, the weather has not stopped the 91st annual Alabama Deep Sea Fishing Rodeo from happening. It's underway right now. That's right. The event officially kicked off bright and early. Well, actually, it's still dark. And early this morning at 5 a.m. with that cannon. Our time now, 8:22, and if you're just joining us, we want to update you on some breaking news that we're following. Yeah, Mobile police say they're investigating a traffic accident that resulted in a fatality. And we're told that it happened around 5:30 this morning between East Wright Road and the Highway 90 East Service Road. And we are expecting now another update within the next few hours. And of course, once we get that information, we'll pass it along to you both on air and online. Well, also this morning, the Federal Communications. And this is helpful. Uber is giving more insight to users on future rides. The app now shows riders average fares as well as wait times in about 10,000 cities around the world. Users can now select destination in the plan your trip menu and scroll down to search different cities. The app also lets riders book a virtual car ride to see the average trip time and even reserve a ride several days prior. These new features are meant to provide more information for users who may be planning to travel to another city. And still ahead this morning, one local law enforcement agency is taking steps to make sure their officers are in the best of shape physically and mentally. And we've got the very latest situation the Pritchard Water Board is facing. Your time is 8:25 on this Friday morning, but first let's check in with Nicholas. Trying to peek through the clouds right now, so hopefully we get some more sunshine. But thank you for watching Good Day Gulf Coast on this Friday morning. I'm Ashley Mitchell. Sarah Wall has the day off. And I'm Eric Reynolds. Good Friday morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us here on Good Day Gulf Coast. Let's find out more about the weather because it depends on where you are today as far as when the rain may hit you. As we check in with Fox 10 News meteorologist Nicholas Herboso.
Yeah, we are tracking rain.
All right, Nick, thank you. Well, the Alabama Department of Environmental Management and the owners of a Washington County landfill have agreed to settle allegations of environmental violations. After a 45-day public comment period, Turkey Trot LLC will pay a little more than $14,000 to resolve allegations of violations at that facility, which has a citronella address but is actually located over the line in Washington County. ADEM regulators found during inspections back in October of 2022 and August of last year that workers had failed to apply dirt or an alternative cover over to prevent fires, odors, or litter. Now, EcoSouth, which actually bought the landfill in September of 2022, did not admit to those violations, but told ADEM that it had worked to correct issues, including additional training and some personnel changes. And meanwhile, it was a bittersweet time for many here in the Port City. It was the final performance that took place in the Mobile Civic Center. Back in March, the City Council unveiled what's next, a $300 million state-of-the-art facility. Well, 60 years later and thousands of performances from operas, ballets, symphonies, concerts, and much more, last night was the final closing curtain. And performers went out with a bang, a nostalgic moment for some who say they grew up within those very walls.
So the fact that I've been here all of my life and a lot of things that I know that I grew up here, then, you know, yeah, they're doing away with it, but, you know, it's okay. It's okay. We'll be all right.
Well, my dream was to study tap, and so I was here with the adult tap class in Carol Graham's recitals for many years. So that was just a highlight.
I worked over here for years as a contractor, and I remember the mural from when I was a small child. It was just a real impressive thing in the auditorium lobby. But we've been to a lot of things in the theater that we've enjoyed.
A lot of sweet stories over the years there, and a plan to demolish the Civic Center will be going before the Mobile City Council very soon. And we are just one day away from one of the wildest events in downtown Mobile. I've been myself. I can certainly attest to this. Well, the Dauphin Street Vault is happening tomorrow. The sanctioned track and field event will have athletes soaring as the bar is raised higher and higher throughout the day and the evening. This event attracts more than 200 of the region's best vaulters along with fans. The fun starts at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning and continues throughout the entire day with the elite vaulters at 7 tomorrow night.
Welcome back to Fox 10 News Good Day Gulf Coast.
And thanks for joining us. Our time now 8:45.
Well, folks who have been sweltering in the summer's oppressive heat so far might wish that they had taken part in this competition, but they would have to go to Vienna to do it.
Yeah, that's where 300 people have set a new record in the category of the length of time ice bathing. Now, each competitor had to stay in a pool filled with ice water for 2 minutes. That's
You can
a
tell
long
it's cold.
time.
Look at these faces. I tell you, the water temperature was actually 39 degrees. And one participant said that he felt like he was being stuck with 1,000 needles.
So I've taken an ice bath before, but never that long. I would never do that. Now, another man said 2 minutes feels a lot longer when you're surrounded by this cold water.
The competition raised, though, almost $33,000 for the Austrian Paralympic Committee. Good cause.
Absolutely. That's wonderful.
Well, our time now, 8:45, and time to find out more about the weather. He would love to have maybe that ice bath.
Not that cold. Not
No,
that,
okay.
not that. That'll.
All right, thanks, Joe. Well, get ready to shop until you drop this weekend. Alabama's 19th annual Back to School Sales Tax Weekend is already underway. Fox 10's Anaya Spraggs joins us now live with all of the details and everything you need to know. Anaya, good morning. How are local retailers preparing for this influx of shoppers this weekend?
Pack is sponsored by White Spunner Construction, Tobias & Comer Law LLC, and Whataburger.
Well, Fox 10 News is committed to making sure students have all of the school supplies they need. That's why we are teaming up with the Department of Human Resources in both Mobile and Baldwin counties and other community partners like Tobias & Comer Law Firm to make that happen. It's called Operation Backpack, and we are collecting things students need for school like backpacks, notebooks, 3-ring binders, pens, and paper. You can drop off any donations at Tobias & Comer Law Firm on Dauphin Street or right here at the Fox 10 studios on Satchel Paige Drive. We also have a list of other locations on our website at fox10tv.com. Operation Backpack runs through the end of the month.
All right, thanks, Nicholas. Like you were saying, Ashley, might be one to stay in a bit.
Sounds good to me.
Well, we thank you very much for watching Good Day Gulf Coast on this Friday morning. And as mentioned, still much more heading your way today on Studio 10.
Yes, they're in the kitchen right now with Chef Mark Strickland from Grace on Dauphin. I can smell it already.
And of course, after nearly 30 years after Twister stormed into theaters, a new generation of tornado chasers is hitting the big screen.
Yeah, and Joe and Jennifer will have a preview and much more next on Studio 10.
So thanks for joining us. We'll all see you back here Monday morning starting at 4:30. Have a great weekend.